If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon.
Exterminatus is rough. Like, you don't even need to have anything for that. Hey, I think there might be Exterminatus. Like, all right.
Hi everyone, and welcome to week 1 of Test Chamber Wrath and Glory. Yes, so we're going to be doing character creations today. It might be quick, it might not be quick. I reckon about 2 hours, probably tops. So we'll probably take a break at the first hour, and then we'll see where we are going into the second hour. There will be a bit of talking. I need to go through how to use Foundry props for some of them. I'm not sure if people know how Foundry works, but we'll do it in a second with everyone, because I need to check to see if all the documents are open for the players to look at. But what we do is going to go around the table, get people to introduce themselves and tell us a bit about themselves, and then we'll crack on and make some characters, and that's about it, really. So yeah, I'm James Corp. Obviously this is my channel, and yeah, I'm super excited but also super nervous about doing a new 40k, because Wrath and Glory, not Wrath and Glory, Dark Heresy was such a ball ache crunchy system. Hopefully this is potentially a bit lighter in the system wise, but we'll see. I'm gonna jump. How should I do this? I'll go to Nathan, because Nathan knows what to say, and then I'll go gives Mason and Oscar a chance to know what's going on.
That's my cue. All right. Hey, I'm Nathan Clark. Godless Polecat, anywhere you care to find me online. Good luck finding me online. You can find me on the Discord if you want to chat, hit me up, or whatever. And you can find me mostly on this channel, running or playing games with James.
Thank you. Neil?
I'm Neil. You'll find me on Twitter as @VodkaShock, and on my website of omnihedron.co.uk. I play games. I write games. I write games for other people.
And you got a blog as well.
That's what I've just talked about. Yes. Well done, James.
Oh yeah, shit. You got a Kickstarter coming soon as well, haven't you? Is that
No, I do not have a Kickstarter coming soon, because I've had a disastrous non-writing period.
Oh, okay.
Don't mention it.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Mason, what about you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Marcus Freeman. I go by Mason Voorhees. You can find me on Twitch, Mason Voorhees. I'm also on Instagram under Curry Kakashi. I do a myriad of things on there, but I'm launching a t-shirt company. And then what else? Oh, my podcast is coming up. Yeah, that's it.
What's your podcast?
Oh, podcast is called the White Rabbit Podcast.
Is it a Matrix or an Alice in Wonderland one?
Alice in Wonderland, yes, Alice in Wonderland.
Really?
No, and it's not. It's not about Alice in Wonderland, but it does have Alice undertones and hints towards the whole grand design of it, chasing the rabbit.
I don't know what that means. You'll have to tell me what it is so I can link it in chat.
Oh, for sure. Okay, no problem.
And Oscar?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Oscar. I have not yet gotten to do all the online thingies that everyone else does. It's on my to-do list. I had a lot of things to do lately. Recently become a father. So, yeah. That's me.
Did you say father or Potter? Because I didn't quite hear.
I'm sorry. I recently became a father, so I haven't had time to do anything. I have like this great plan of doing a YouTube channel for painting and stuff, focused in Swedish towards a younger audience.
Neil
does. There's a gap there.
Neil paints miniatures, don't you, Neil?
I do. Not very well, but I do.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think most of them have decided what they're playing already, but we'll see. Okay. So, Yeah, so this is 40k. I hope most people here know what 40k is and what it's about, or, you know, what the setting is. It's like the far future, there is only war and all that malarkey. Set in a grim, dark future. As you can tell, I'm doing this completely off the cuff. Yeah, so this is this should be quite interesting because I think it is more rules light than the previous editions of 40k roleplay, but I hear there is a bit of crunch to it when you get down to it, but we'll see. So yeah, today we're going to be making characters for the game. Now there's 5 stories to this Dark Tides game, but I think we're going to be probably, unless I rush through them, I think we're going to be doing about 2 or 3 of them in the allotted time of running the game over the next 7 weeks. Well, it's going to be longer than 7 weeks because I believe there's 2 bank holidays, and I will be working potentially unless I get this other job. But shh. So yeah, so it'll probably be 10 weeks in total, but 2 of those weeks won't be on. So let me see what it says here. So basically for this game, it's expected that the player characters are all Imperial. So you'll be making Imperial characters, and you're part of a warband sponsored by Rogue Trader Jakel Varonius, I believe is his name. Varonius. Rogue Trader. Let me copy it, and I'll throw it in chat.
Put it in chat.
That didn't work. Bam.
Twitch chat, right?
No, I've just thrown it in the Foundry chat.
Foundry chat, all right. Blam. Okay.
So a brief cover of the Gilead System. The Gilead System lies on the border of the segmentum solar and the segmentum obscurus. It's a cluster of worlds isolated within the Dark Imperium, cut off from the Imperial reinforcements and astropathic messengers, and left to fend largely for itself against a myriad of threats. A glimmer of hope arrived in the form of a fleet of ships belonging to a charismatic and influential rogue trader, Jakel Varonius. Varonius and his flotilla accomplished a feat considering nigh impossible, crossing the Great Rift from the Imperial Sanctus to the other side. Many claim the only great fortune and the presence of an ancient, highly skilled navigator of House Omnicara aboard his fleet, the Grand Cruiser Ducal Circlet, could explain such a miraculous event. Upon his arrival, Jakel Varonius engaged with the rulers of the systems as a peer. His fleet is warrant of trade, and the weight of the House Omnicaran alliance provides him with enough authority to assume a prominent role in the system's governance. Ever since the Rogue Trader has used several warbands of agents to intervene in any situation that might affect the welfare of the Gilead System. So basically, you're going to be working for him, and basically helping with the with any issues that are going on in the system itself. So for everyone who's never who has not used Foundry? You've not used Foundry, Neil?
Oh no, just roll 20.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll start with. I'm just going to go over some real quick basics. All right. You can zoom in and out on the map by using your mouse wheel. I assume you've done that. If you need to look around, you can hold the right mouse button. You can move around on the map if you need to. On the left-hand side, there should be 3 icons or 2 icons. How many icons can you see on the left-hand side?
6.
6? Oh, okay.
No. There's yeah, it's because the the right stuff under token control is open. So it should be token control. Then there's the L-shaped ruler, which is measurement controls. And the next one down is journal notes. If you click on each of those 3 that are on the right, you're going to get further options to control.
I get you.
Yeah.
The top one with the token, basically the token control is the most important one that you'll probably use out of all of them. It allows you to select your token if you need to. The bullseye type thing is select targets. You can select an opponent and you can measure and shit. So with the ruler. The next one down has basically template weapons, I guess. If they come into effect, you can do like a template and shit, and that's what that's for. Realistically, it probably won't come into effect much, but just in case, like if you're throwing a grenade or something, it might come into effect. Them. And then journal. What can you actually do on the journal? I don't know. I think I can assign you a journal and you can put things out and so on and so forth. But the next thing, over on the far right hand side, there should be basically a box, a large box with like a dice roller in it. So when I roll a dice, it brings up a dice. And there should be a few symbols along, right? There should be like 2 chat icons, which is the chat box. That's the main one that you'll be going on. The next one along is the combat or initiative tracker, and it looks like a fist. Then there's one with like, what would you say they are? Silhouettes, little 3 silhouettes, which is basically where your character sheets are. So if you go there, you should be able to see player characters, and there should be a character sheet for each of you. Do you see that? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, got that. Yeah.
Okay, the next one along is it might be empty at the moment, but it looks like a briefcase. But I'll fix it eventually. But that's items, so it will be skills, specializations, species abilities, talents, psychic powers, war gear, keywords. They're all in there. It might not say anything at the moment. If it does say anything, it should say core rulebook, and then if you click on the core rulebook, it should bring up more lists. But if it doesn't, I can fix that if you can't see it. Okay, the next one, which is an open book, that is the journal. Now it should have the core rulebook on Foundry, or at least most of it. I don't know how far down I got to give it available to you, but it should be the first one should be characters, then it's factions, archetypes, attributes and skills, talents, advancements, rules, combat and war gear, and psychic powers. Is that what you can see, or can you not see that?
I can see everything you said except psychic powers.
Yeah,
but they are heresy, and therefore that's fine.
Okay, all right. I'll probably only give that to the. Well, I might give that only available to the if anyone's playing a psychic. Next one along. I don't know if you can see rollable tables. I think you can, can't you? The next one along is like a list.
We can see it.
You probably can't see any because they're probably on my over on my side. Next one is cards, but we shouldn't worry about that. After that is music and sound effects. I haven't got any music set up yet. Next one along after that, which is like a closed book with a cog on it, I think, is a compendium. Basically, it's where all the stuff is stored for the game. Basically, it's all. You shouldn't need to go into it because it should all be interconnected on the. From the journal, it should all be linked to each other and so on and so forth. And then the final one, which is a bunch of cogwheels, is the options. You can if you go to configure settings, you can go to module settings. If you find dice so nice, you can actually change how your dice look and behave So you can give them a bit of a customization if you want to. The 3D dice that roll on the table. But most of it you shouldn't need to do it much with. There will be more modules added probably once I understand what I need to do or how I want to do this. But that's about it, really. The other thing you can do is all those icons at the top, you can right click on them and it will open up a little window. So it's especially useful for combat. So having right clicking on the combat tracker and open up the combat tracker for combat is really useful if you want to keep track of where you are in combat. But that's about it, really. Sorry for doing a 101 course on Foundry, but I thought it'd be handy to do to get people used to it.
Seems pretty straightforward, actually.
Does anyone have any questions?
I'm good. That was only 18 minutes. You're good.
Right, cool. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Characters. So if you go to the character journal, whatever it's called, the actors directory, and click on player characters, you should all have, like I said, you should all have characters. Is that correct? So what is people thinking of playing? Mason, we'll start with you.
Thinking about Psyker. That's where I'm thinking about going. I was telling Neil, because he had said that he was going to be a Inquisitor or Interrogator. Sorry, Interrogator. And so what I was planning on doing was going into more psychic, answering questions, solving problems through dialogue and conversation. But if he's going to do that, I was going to stay combat and then have a couple of skills that I could use to, to kind of help out Neil, if that was the case.
Oh my God, words, Neil, we'll come to you. Is he psychic that you're playing Interrogator? Is it a psychic?
No, not at all. No, just uses pain and terror.
Oh, okay. Nice. Right, Nathan?
Yeah, I am going to be playing Sergeant Validius Payne, what's that? The Special Forces, what's they're called? They're called the Tempestuous Scion. Since we have an Interrogator and kind of a Psyker, I'll play the actual soldier. He is probably going to be. What's up?
I'm confused. What are you playing?
Tempestuous Scion. Like an orbital drop shock trooper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He is probably going to be one of the only members of his unit left alive.
Right.
Hence why he's being kind of doled out to this rogue trader to do random operations.
Okay. Cool. Neil.
I'm going to play a member of the Inquisition. I'm going to play an Interrogator. Sort of up and coming, about to become an Inquisitor. One day might be a Commissar, who knows, but probably just going to be an Inquisitor and herd people.
Cool. Oscar.
So I'm going to play a Lex Mechanicus, which is a member of the Adustus Mechanicus, generally working with Inquisitors, keep track of scholars and stuff like that. Right. So I'm going to mainly focus on scholarly and tech, as well as some other good things to have, some investigations perhaps.
Okay.
We'll see.
Right, cool. So the way character creation works is there's actually two ways of doing it. You can buy into archetypes, which is the easiest way to make characters. And there's like multiple levels that you can go down. Like for example, the Lex Mechanica. If you spend 44 experience to buy into the Lex Mechanica, obviously, you know, you're human, you're tier 2. You get those keywords. Your attribute, you get an attribute of intelligence of 3. Your skills is got a 3. Your tech is 3. And stuff like that. So that will be the easiest way to do it. The only unfortunate thing with anyone that's using stuff from the Forsaken System player guide, none of it's on Foundry, so we'll have to add it to Foundry, which shouldn't be too hard. It's quite a robust system to like add stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that, however, those that are playing archetypes from the main from the core rule book, it's mostly all on there, so you can actually just like look at them and read stuff off it. The other way you can make your character is you can basically build it point by point, and you can choose exactly what you're going to play and other such things. I don't know if there's if the XP cost is like just a flat fee, so if you used to build the character the same, it'd still cost you 44 experience. I'm not sure if that is the case, or whether you make any savings at all. I assume not. I assume it is literally like you pay the points and that's how much you get. And there's other parts you can do. So like, yeah, again, Lex Mechanica, you can pay 44 to be a Lex Mechanica, which only goes down to where it says influence on the PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can pay 63 experience and get the suggested attributes. Then you can pay additional 34 experience and get the suggested XP, suggested skills. So, but you know, you don't have to stick with that. You could literally go, I don't want them skills. I wanna choose my own skills, and then you can buy your own skills.
Okay.
Did that make any sense?
Yeah, it did.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, so this is going to be where people are going to be a little bit quiet, because they're going to be obviously choosing their shit and other such things. So I'm going to have the character sheets. It'd probably be not worth opening up the character sheets. Most of it should be automated as well. So if you put your skills, there's 2 boxes on, like, you got base and then you got advances. If you're buying it, like buying up an attribute, you can probably put it in the advances and stuff. But obviously, if you're buying the, so say, yeah, again, Lex Mechanica, your attribute, you start with an intelligence of 3. I'd put that in the base. Put that as a 3 as base, and then anything else you buy goes up that way.
Okay.
And then under notes, you can write in how much you spent on your archetype to get into to do the archetype. Does that make any sense? I think so.
Yes.
Sense.
Sorry, I'm just doubting myself as usual. Unfortunate. Or second guessing myself. Does anyone have any questions about the Gilead system or anything?
So
sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, you go. You go ahead.
What's the major threats out there?
The major threats? There's a lot of major threats. There's plenty of chaos incursions from the Rift itself, because the Rift is caused by the basically the Eye of Terror, which is, I'm not sure where it is in comparison to the Gilead system, because it's not on any Imperial map, I don't think, or I haven't seen it on any Imperial map. But yeah, there's plenty of chaos incursions. There is quite a few orcs hanging around on certain planets. I'm not sure what planets they're on, but there are definitely orcs. And there are gene stealers about, especially in Space Hulks, and potential gene stealer cults as well, which is where they've infiltrated a human population. There is also Eldari as well. I think they've made more of an allegiance with the Eldari rather than having to, trying to kill each other. But I think it's not on the greatest, strongest of terms because of the situation. As for anything else, I'm not sure about any massive threats. I don't even know if there is Necrons here or much else in the way of that. But there's plenty other dangers.
James,
and there's no Tau presence. There's Kroot, but there's no Tau presence.
Where, James, what was the command that we for the module so we can look stuff up? There's a search command.
If you press Control Space.
Yeah, there's an index thing that you can search, and what it does is when you guys click that, you can type whatever you're looking for, and it references where it is in the compendium, and then you can just drag and drop it wherever you want.
Any other questions?
So far, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just going through my keywords here. Do we have any more? Are you going to give like whatever kind of a briefing about what planet we're going to or what we're going to be doing, or?
The briefing will be next week.
Okay. You kind of explained what rank this guy has, this Jakel Varonius. What is, what is he? I know he's not an official, I know he's kind of just he who's in charge he who takes charge is in charge. But what is his, how much authority does he have? I know you briefly said that he's kind of he kind of controls the system, and you know what I mean, unofficially.
He doesn't control the system. I think he's just trying to help at the moment. He's not. Okay. I don't think he's trying to gain any political power at the moment, but that could change. I think he's just trying to help keep the system together as best that they can.
How long has it been after the rift that separated?
Fuck knows. I don't actually know that. Give me a second.
But you said he did lead a fleet through the rift, right?
Yeah, very recently.
Okay, so the rift has been up for a while, and we're the first. This is probably the first group of ships that have made it all the way through. So, all right, cool. It's been a bit.
Here's a quick question. When it comes to gear, I assume it's equivalent to the tier level of your background thingy, archetype. If you choose a lower archetype, is there a way to level up your gear, or do you just have to stay with the gear you have?
So if you choose a lower archetype, there's a you have to go into the advancement, and it's going to give you XP to buy, and then I think it has a section on gear.
Okay.
What you're allowed to pick. You're allowed to, I think it might give you, depending on what your archetype is, it might, in what package you buy for an upgrade, it might give you, it might say choose an additional weapon below, not to exceed value of 5 or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
It'll let you know.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep going with the Lex Mechanicus, because otherwise I was thinking about what's it called? Adept. Yeah, Tech Adept, because I liked its ability better, but never mind.
Okay, cool.
Nathan, how are you adding in those words?
So the keywords?
Yeah.
So go down at the bottom of your character sheet, just kind of scroll down on the first page of your character sheet.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, then if you know what the keywords are, just hit Control Space, bring up the search bar, start typing in the keyword. It's gonna throw up a search list, and it'll say whatever, Imperium, and it'll say keyword. Just grab that and drag it and drop it in there.
Got it.
At the same time, your starting gear, if you go to the archetype in the compendium, what you can do is anything that's red, that's highlighted red, you can grab that and drag it onto your character sheet. So you don't have to type in the gear. You could just drag, if it says you're getting armor, you're getting weapons, you're getting whatever, you could just drag that over and drop it onto your character sheet. You don't have to be typing it in. And it puts it in it basically puts it in the correct spot. Ooh, here's the Here's the I just found a talent section, and I get a talent called Special Weapons Trooper if I want to buy it.
Right.
What that does is that allows me on my gear. It allows me to switch out my hotshot lasgun for my hotshot lasgun for like either a combat shotgun, a plasma gun, a melt-a-gun, a flamer, a grenade launcher, or a hotshot volley gun.
Okay, I want a talent. What was it called?
It's called Special Weapons Trooper. I think you have to have the Astra. You have to have the Astra Militarum tag, I think. But
damn it!
No. I mean, just search it. Search. Hit the control space and search it.
It doesn't give a time frame of like how long ago this all happened, so it's probably. I guess it's a bit more hands wavery on that, but maybe there is more information, but I haven't seen it.
You have to have that Astra Militarum keyword.
This is crazy. Nathan, another dumb question.
What's up?
So I've control spacebarred one word, and I needed to save.
What do you mean?
Like after I've put the name in there, I click and drag down to the description, and put the effects, all that jazz. How do you X out of this and still save it under the keyword?
Sorry? It should.
What are you doing?
You shouldn't have anything on your character sheet under the keyword. You should have the keyword written on there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing. But whenever you go into that keyword, you hit control spacebar, you type in a word, which is Imperium, for example, that's what I had.
Yeah.
Once I typed it in there, click, dragged, it auto-populates.
Okay.
Once that is done, how do you save that?
It auto-saves.
It should auto-save, yeah.
It should auto-save?
Yeah.
I can just close out of this chat.
Yeah, just close it and open it again. It should be there.
The only time you'll need to click a save is when you're actually typing shit into a text box.
Yeah, just keep in mind you don't have to open the keywords. You don't have to click that plus symbol to open keywords and then drag stuff into there. You just have to drag. Don't even hit that plus symbol. Just drag that search term that you search. Just drag it onto keywords, and it'll throw it in and save it automatically. You don't have to actually drag it onto that window that opens up where it says title and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to make this make sense because it's just not. It's not doing it for me. It's not saving.
Share your. Oh no, you can't share. Don't share your screen now.
It's not saving.
Before everyone goes any further, can everyone put next to their character name? Can you put in brackets your name, please, so I can so I know who's who
on the character sheet?
Yes, please. Right, you've added a new keyword. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Right. So what keywords are you adding?
Trying to add my keywords are Imperium, Adeptus, Astra Telepathica.
So control space, yes.
Got it.
Put Imperial.
Got it.
It's Imperium.
Oh, Imperium. Yeah, Imperium. It does come up.
Keyword core.
Just drag it. So click it and hold it, and then drag it onto the character sheet. Get the use the item one. Do you see the one that says item?
Okay, use that one instead?
Yes.
Okay.
So how's everyone else doing?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry there's so much silence, but there's not really
a lot of filling in boxes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think it should be good. It should be quite fun. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get to the end of the whole 5 separate stories, but it doesn't matter if we don't.
Yeah.
Because they're designed to be standalone anyway, so I guess it's just a bigger picture, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you want to have to do as well is get me some sort of art for your character as well, so I can make some tokens and stuff and things, because we will be using battle maps and stuff for combat to keep things under control.
Gotcha. James, you know, the in each of the factions, there's various things like backgrounds and such that give you some bonuses to the things you can do. Are you doing them randomly, or are we just choosing them?
Well, it'd be up to you, I guess. If you want to do, you can either choose it or roll it randomly.
I'm watching which one of you chooses to embrace the chaos of the random.
I always choose random.
That's because you are a chaos worshipper. First up against the wall.
That's fine. Means I don't have to make a decision, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to take the melt-a-gun. I'm going to take... I remember what I took. I'm going to take Hardy.
You should take the melt-a-gun and give it to me so I can mount it on my ballistic macadamites.
I'm going to... I'm going to take Hardy.
I think you're playing a shock troop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, their names changed. I mean, I haven't played 40k since 5th edition, so my knowledge of the game is a bit rusty, to tell you the honest truth. Like the actual, because I know they changed Imperial Guard to Astra Militarium or whatever, so they can copyright it. But yeah, the last time I played it, I had yeah. But I did have was it? Who did I do? I think I did a Grey Knight game at Army in 3rd edition and had a bunch of shock troops as my troops. What's up with your camera, Nathan?
I don't know. It's starting that crap again, dude.
Oh, okay.
Where it just kicks off, man. Like, I don't know. It didn't do it like for the longest time we were doing. I keep forgetting the name of the game. We were doing the last game we just did, the last test chamber we just did.
Twilight 2000.
Yeah, Twilight. It worked. It was that one day we were having problems. Now all of a sudden it's getting squirrely again. Silly.
So how many of you went all balls deep in buying your going down your archetype?
I did, because it's.
I'm most likely going. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Try not to talk all at once. So Neil, what did you say?
I did because it's easiest.
Did you have any points left over?
Yeah, but I just bumped up my intimidation and bought the fear talent.
Okay, and what about you, Oscar? What did you say?
I haven't gotten that far yet, but most likely I will.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm at negative 30 points. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure that out, but yeah. I'm working through it. I had it where I only had one. I
Marcus?
had like one.
Yes, sir.
Or Mason, or whatever. Can I suggest not calling your character Nathan?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hey, I think that's cool.
Really? But you're going to get annoyed when I go Nathan, and you're both going to answer.
Nope, because I'm Validius or Sergeant Payne.
Ooh,
yeah, but sometimes I might be going Nathan to you, Nathan. Yeah, try and pick a name that's not been, like, which could cause confusion.
Done.
Thank you. Sorry. I do want to piss on your parade, but, you know, I just thought it's... we've had a... I have had a game where someone chose someone else's name in the game and it got all confusing. Because you're trying to, like... You know, I need to talk to Nathan, but... No, I need to talk to Nathan.
The other Nathan.
The other, like...
So, James, character sheet wise.
Yep.
I have determination 3.
Yep.
But my origin gives me +1 determination.
Yep.
How do I get determination to go up to 4 in the combat tab? How do I get determination to go up to 4 in the combat tab? Currently it's 3, and I get +1 from my origin thing. But I just alter it so it becomes 4 off of my base there.
If you open it up, you can add, if you click on determination, you can, oh wait, no, sorry, that's just a roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Let me check.
Similarly, you have +1 conviction as well.
All right, just give me a second. I can figure something out. Where did you get it from, Neil? Where did you get it from?
The backgrounds part.
What was the background part?
So in the book, you can randomly generate
your fickled fortune. Yes.
Yes, that sort of thing. Yeah.
All right. Okay, just give me a second. What was it called? Determination. Yeah.
Yeah.
That work?
Yes, it does. Well done. And similarly, then, for the Ordo as my goal, gives me +1 conviction.
Okay.
Well done.
Right, let me just edit fickled fortune. Can I do that?
Is this some sort of back-end Foundry reprogramming that you're doing?
Ish. I'm just adding a passive effect. Oh, it's conviction. It was conviction, wasn't it? Okay, I'll just add it.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Well done. That's cool.
This was conviction, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So my brain's not particularly in gear at the moment. It was one of them nights. Right, there you go. Yes, if anyone needs anything done to their character, let me know as well. Ooh.
I'm rolling for age. Sergeant Validius Payne is 30 years old.
Now there is
excellent
in the book. There is in the main rule book. There is like some questions it asks you as player characters. I don't know if it appears in here. Let me check. Characters. Is it adding details? Is it going to be here? So, yeah, there's 10 questions. I mean, it's not a particularly long game. So, you know, maybe just during the week, if you've got a chance, maybe do a little bit on it if you want. I'm not going to force you to do it, but, you know.
So there's a thing in here for distinguishing features, and there's a special note called "Judged by Your Scars," and it says you can make your character with a memorable injury, as long as you allow someone else at the table to describe how you got it. This doesn't mean it has to be their character that caused it, but what's a little cut between comrades.
Glorious.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, how's everyone doing for character creation? I think everyone's nearly done, aren't they? Fuck me.
Yeah,
I'm just getting me equipment ready.
I'm going through origin, accomplishment, and goal. That's what I'm going through right now.
I'm going through psychic powers, just putting them in.
I have a question about gear. There's this, I get 2 augments, and in the same book it has a optional rule about multiple mechadendrites. Do we use it or not?
What's the page number?
Page to 129, it says that it gives a cap on how many mechadendrites you can have.
Well, the multiple mechadendrites, yeah?
Yeah, mechadendrites are a type of augment, so.
Where are backgrounds listed?
Under your faction. So if you're Adeptus Mechanicus, it says under that.
Know your faction, okay.
Wouldn't that mean though you only have one, right? Wouldn't that mean you only have one?
It's in the what's it called? Archetype thingy. It says on the gear 2 augments. Any 2 augments.
Yep.
So that means I could choose 2, but is it restricted on my tech level or not?
Don't worry about that. Just pick 2.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Second question. 2. If I choose enhanced ballistic mechadendrite, it says 5+ weapon value. Does it come with a weapon, or do I have to attach a weapon to it?
Well, it would be the gun that you would start with, wouldn't it? Would that not be it?
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, you might be able to change it at some point, but obviously starting, you'll start with the. But you can. There are rules for changing your war gear like for like, which is something I would allow as well if people wanted to change like their las pistol to say an auto pistol or something, or you know, equivalent war gear, rarity level, I guess.
Yeah. And value as well, I suppose, or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll look into it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Unfortunately, though, I think a lot of most of this stuff you're gonna have to add yourself as well.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
How's everyone else doing?
So I've got. I'm adding them in here. What XP we start out? How many XP do we start out with the game with again?
200.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm old.
So I rolled. So I input naturally just the Psyker archetype.
What's up?
What?
No, I'm just talking about how I added the as far as the stats for the archetype of the Psyker.
Okay.
At tier 2.
Yep. What tier does he start at?
2.
Oh, okay. I mean, I will go through these during the week as well and just make sure all the points are worked out correctly. How's everyone else doing? Neil?
Done.
Oh, all right. Fucking hell. Okay.
I'm having a slight problem with miscalculation, I think.
All right. Let's have a look.
But otherwise, it's fine.
Okay. I think I know what you've done. So let me fix it. So I think what you've done is you've cost yourself your archetype twice.
Okay.
So if we go to your archetype. So did you buy it? Oh, did you do the whole thing, right? Did you do like, you know, did you buy the 44 for the
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So intellect.
So
Okay, that's correct. Scholar. Okay, that's correct. Tech 3, that's correct. No, that looks correct.
Yeah, the only thing is that it says suggested skills. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna add scholar and tech extra to it, or if it's the original from the archetype that's they mean. The same thing with the stat line as suggested attributes.
Sorry, what, Oscar?
Well, the archetype gives me +3 of intelligence, the intellect. And in the suggested attributes, it says intellect 5. So I suppose it's an upgrade of 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it the same thing when it comes to suggested skills? For example, tech, I get 3 tech from my archetype, and in the suggested skills list, it says tech 3. Is it the 3 from the archetype there?
Yes.
Meaning? Yes. Okay, good. So then I should have done everything right. In that case, no, never mind. Then it should make sense.
Is it? Have you solved the problem?
Yeah, I think so. Either that or got a slight discount. Because when I add the numbers together, it should be 141, but it is 137. So yeah. Or I missed something.
44 plus 63 is 107. If you're doing the suggested skill, that's another 34 points. 7, 34, 41. Yeah, that is 41. Yeah. All right, so what have you done wrong?
That's what I was wondering. Or they miscalculated when they printed the book. That's also an option.
Have you got more points than you think you should have?
I got more experience left than I should have, yes.
Yeah. Have you taken into account that you have a starting talent as well? Or ability?
No, I have not.
That will cost you 10.
Then it still doesn't make sense.
Well, it might cost you more. It might not be a 10-point talent. It might be a...
It should cost less than. Let's see. Where can I find the cost of the talent?
Well, your ability should be for free, right? It's part of the taking the archetype. Yeah. So that shouldn't cost you anything to take. What talents have you taken?
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
I haven't taken any talent.
Right, what I suggest you to do...
You get this written down.
What I suggest you to do, this is the easiest way, this is what I did when I made a character. Move all the points over to base and then manually increase your archetype price up by those points.
I think the program calculated it correctly, so I'm just gonna...
If you so you have to plug in the archetype. If you take the base stuff, you have to plug in all those base costs. It should be 3 numbers. You list that in your archetype, and then you put that on your character sheet. And then anything that you adjust, you do it in the advances box under the skills and stuff, and it'll start taking off your XP.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because it's cheaper to do it manually.
Yeah, you don't have to do it manually. Yeah, you have to add in the base stuff. And
yeah, but it's cheaper to do it manually.
Okay.
Than to buy the suggested. If I understand correctly.
Awareness 2. This is skill 1. Cunning 1. Insight 2. Investigation 2. Medicine or Medicaid 1. Persuasion 1. Pilot 1. Scholar 3. Tech 3. Weapon skill 1. Okay. Strength of 1. Toughness of 2. Agility of 3. Initiative of 2. Willpower of 3. Intelligence of 5. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe there is a. Maybe there is a.
It's probably a misprint. I mean, it's 4 points we're talking about, so it's probably a misprint.
All right, well, we'll go with what you've done.
Yep.
So we got here. That's free. Flames 15. Okay. We've got that.
Right, I need to just realise something's not correct. Timers.
Talents.
All right, I am done with character creation. All my stats line up. All my skills are added up. Everything's good. I have 1 point left. I don't know. I don't think anything costs 1 point. I took the pilot skill. I've got a 7 die pool in piloting, so I can function as the, taxi gopher of the group.
Okay, I don't know if there's vehicles in these stories, but sure.
A quick question.
Challenge accepted.
On items, it says rarity and it says number. What does that relate to when it comes to? Because in all the text it says like a rare item or lower. What's a rare item? What's the rarity number of that?
Give me a second.
Well, the number should be the value, and then then the rarity is like rare, very rare, uncommon, that type of stuff.
Okay, because if I look at an item here, let's say, let's pick that one. No, wrong page. There. So let's say here, I look at an machadendrite. It has a value of 5 plus weapon value and a rarity of 3.
I think that's for when you have to roll for an influence check to get it. Because I'm looking at an item on my stat and it just says rarity rare on my character sheet. But let me go to the book.
Let's go to the last pistol. It says that says rarity common. That's interesting.
Yeah. Where are you looking at the other thing? Where are you looking at the first thing you were looking at? The first where it had a number for the rarity.
I was looking in the book, not the.
What is it called again?
Enhanced ballistic machadendrite.
Yeah, that's in the it's in the player's handbook.
Yeah, that shit ain't even popping up. Hold on.
Yeah, ballistic machadendrite goes under machadendrite. It's in the book. It's in the foundry. It's very rare. So that was why I was wondering.
It's probably very rare, I'd say, but I'd have to have a look.
Because some things are rated with a rating, and some things in the foundry it has no. In foundry it has text, and in the books it has numbers.
Let me check.
Because the rarity, I know the DN penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the difficulty penalty, depending on how rare the item is. If you want to,
that's the accrued armor has a value of 1 and a rarity of 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Or a frag bomb, it has a value of 5 and a rarity of 1. While a melta bomb has a value of 5 and a rarity of 3.
Yeah, that's rare. 3 is rare. 1 is common. 2 is uncommon. 3 is rare. 4 is very rare, and 5 is unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Now I know what I'm taking. I'm taking the talent augmented.
I'm going to be requisitioning gear, Marcus. So.
Oh, you can do that as well.
Yeah. I'm buying, my origin is Regiment Born. That gives me, I'm taking +1 influence. My accomplishment is Underdog. That's +1 influence. So I was dropped into a Underdog as you created, you did something or defeated an enemy that was vastly superior to your, like you did more than what was expected of you. And I'll say that Validius Pain was orbitally dropped onto into a battle that was like basically a Tyranid swarm. So his unit drops in, annihilates a bunch of Tyranids, and he's the only guy left. So he has some notoriety, explaining my my +2 to influence. So I have an influence of 3, and now I have to pick a goal.
I love that the maths in this game has one set of things going up in multiples of 5 and the other one going up in multiples of 2. So you're always going to be left with 1 point left over at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you leave yourself 30 points and then buy a talent.
Okay, so everyone's starting wealth should be 2, unless you modified it with a talent or something. You can also buy wealth. You can spend XP on wealth. Wealth costs 1 XP.
Oh, well, I'm getting 3 wealth then.
You can buy up to 4 wealth.
I'm going to buy 3 wealth. And so the way wealth works is you roll an influence roll for to gain an item, basically. And it has a value, like it has a DN, like a difficulty number to basically requisition the armor or requisition whatever item you're trying to get. If you don't, let's say you only get 1 success, you need like 3, you could burn wealth points to buy successes so that you can bring that number up to 3 successes, then you can have the gear. That's how wealth works. If you make enough successes with your influence roll and you get the gear, then you don't have to spend wealth to get it.
We know this because we play tested it, like, was it last week or the week before? I can't remember.
Week before, yeah. I made a ganger. It was pretty
Yeah, I was trying to get my head around character creation because I don't know, it seemed weird. And I wasn't sure.
We made a ganger and then we advanced them to tier 2. With like the advancement rules and stuff, just so we like kind of understood it.
Right, how's everyone else doing? How are you doing, Mason?
I'm working through it. I've got all the powers that I got. I got the points to cost them. I'm just having an issue, like looking at my grand total of the points that I spent.
Right. Where are you looking?
On the notes
yep.
part.
What's wrong?
So if you look at my stats, my attributes, I just took the basic build for Sanctioned Psyker at tier 2. I added that on there, but it's not annotating at the end.
So if you look at your archetype actual page, at the top it has like whatever your archetype costs, and then it has the suggested cost of your abilities.
Where's that at?
XP cost.
Where's that at?
Look under actual archetype page where you can see like all the suggested stuff for your archetype.
Okay.
All right. So there's an XP cost at the top.
I see that.
I'm looking at Sanctioned Psyker right now. It's 32. Yep. Then there's the XP cost for suggested attributes, which is 73.
Yep.
And then there's suggested skills, 26. You add all 3 of those together and put it on your character sheet as archetype cost.
Yep.
Okay. That's where I was meant. All right. That's where I meant.
Yeah. So you start with 200, put that archetype cost. And then if you want to adjust any of your stats, you use that little box down below, or you use the middle box on the skills and add like 1 point, 2 points if you wanted to go up or down 1. And then it'll start taking it off that skill thing. It'll start taking off the total that you added in.
So I'm throwing that into
where it says archetype.
Yeah.
See where it says archetype on notes. You've written 32. You also need to add 73 and
yeah, it needs to be 131. Got it. 131 total.
I'm shit at maths, especially when my brain's not working.
All right, okay. That left me with 46. And that's 10. It's 25.
Yeah, under your psychic powers, like dragging and dropping those in, those should have come off your thing as well.
Yeah, I've got 12. I've got left. I'm gonna go through this right quick and see if I can afford one of these other talents. Not talents, but one of these other powers right quick. Yeah, psychic powers. A lot of this stuff is free.
Can you get negative attributes?
What do you mean?
No.
I can choose a augment implant, which gives me -2 fellowship. So
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's allowed.
James, how come when I click on a list of factions like Astra Militarum, if I've opened it up in the past and I try to click on the link again, it won't open up?
What do you mean? What is it saying?
Nothing. I just click on it's dead. Like I can click on Adeptus Ministorum all I want, but I try to click on Astra Militarum and it won't let me access it. So I'm trying to get back to, do you know where goals and stuff are? Goals and, let me see, what is it called? Goals, accomplishment, and origins are, you know where that is?
Yeah.
If it's not under adding detail. Maybe if I restart Foundry. Yeah, see, I can't choose, I can't. On customize your character.
Yep.
I can't click on my faction.
Hit F5. Reload Foundry, just in case it's Foundry.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Are you all done, Neil?
I am ready, done, sorted.
If I'd known Cat's Creation would only take an hour and a half, I'd probably have prepared the story for. I was going to do it during the week.
Or maybe we can discuss how jobbing interrogator, brutal psychic, a tech adept, and a hardened stormtrooper of the Imperium happen to be working together.
Oh yeah. We go through introductions. There we go. Now I can see everything. That's nice. Hey, so like I love one thing. I don't know why I like this, but in the chat window, when you make a skill check, it has the Imperial Inquisition stamp that says it's approved or not. If you fail it, it's stamped heresy. It's awesome.
I love it when games do things like that. On these, you know,
it's dope. Here, let me roll something and fail it. I'll roll persuasion.
You passed though.
Never mind. My guy's awesome. Here, I'll keep rolling until I fail it.
Nope.
Really?
And I got Wrath. Okay, Psychic Mastery. No, hold on. Scholar. Let's roll Scholar. I suck at Scholar.
There we go.
I keep... All right, my character's bugged, so investigation. Let's crank the DN to 6. All right, roll. There it is. I still got 2 successes. Heresy. That's awesome. My quote is "kill it with fire," but I don't. I think I might change it.
Mine is that your final answer?
Is that your what?
Final answer.
Is that your... That's correct. Is that your final answer? Kill it with fire. If it bleeds, it might be a heretic. That's
So where is everyone now? Have you done? Is everyone done with their characters? Like the basics?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
What was the cost for increasing influence and wealth?
wealth is 1 skill point per point, and you can buy only 4 at character creation, or maximum 4. I don't know about influence.
Do you start with any wealth? Because I couldn't find it on my.
You start with 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you can't. You can't increase your influence. It can only be increased by talents and abilities. Or me.
Okay, and background thingies, I suppose.
Yes.
Quick question. Faction. Is it the one in the corner of in the book?
No, the faction you're working for would be the Rogue Trader, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which is buried under Nathan's multiple roles.
Yeah, you goddamn right.
Yeah, I reached that one point in the game where, like you guys had, I have 39 points left, and I've already allocated a lot of stuff, like almost everything. I don't know where else I'm missing. We're adding everything up.
You haven't added. You need to add your skills.
Yes. Yep. Those are all added up. Yes, they're all added up.
Do you not have any skills then?
He's very little skills. Unless he custom bought. Did you want to buy
I didn't
skills,
custom
Marcus?
buy. Nope.
Well, then that's where you should spend your points.
Okay.
Buy some more skills.
Hang on, let me just check.
Please and thank you.
Please.
I'm just being nice.
Apply a lesson with goals.
Right, you should have. If you brought all the things, including the suggested skills, you should have psychic mastery of 4, deception of 2, and scholar of 1.
I've got the 2. Yep.
I like how I have psychic mastery. Even
Yeah, I got psychic mastery of 6. Scholar of 3. Yeah, it's all in there. It's all baked in the cake.
Why don't I see it?
An objective is cite the logistical use of hatred for the enemy.
What's your base psychic mastery?
4. Well, base psychic mastery is 6.
That was under the suggested.
Yep.
6 is total.
Yes.
So
red.
Yeah. So what's the base? The base is the one on the other side.
So you on the base is 0. Hold on, what's going on here?
Don't put it there.
Yeah. Because all I did was I took the attributes that I saw right off of the archetype and just plugged it into the attributes. And then it auto-populated all the skills down below.
Okay. Yeah, so you still need to put, so your psychic mastery, your base needs to be 4. Deception needs to be 2.
Okay.
And scholar needs to be 1. So I did that in such a fucking weird way.
So add it then. So add it to, in addition to...
No. Not advances, because you've already spent the points for it.
All right.
Do it in the base. You'll have to put a 0 in, by the way.
Yeah.
How do you add your backgrounds thingies?
Hold on, let me find it right quick. I have it right here. What do you mean?
You gotta add it mandatory.
Yep. There we go. Deception 2. Scholar 1. And this is the base.
Yep.
All right. And then I'm going to add deception to 4.
And you've got psychic mastery of 4, yes? In the base.
Mastery of 4. No, I do now. And it raised a total of 10.
Yeah, that's because it's added. So it's the attribute, the base attribute, plus the skill level that you've brought.
Okay. But then
now if you've still got points left, you can spend it in skills, right? So you can buy other skills, but you'll be buying it in the advance.
I got you. So when I go back to notes, it still says I have 39 points left.
Yes, that's haven't because you've already spent the points.
Okay.
So if you're increasing your deception to 4, right?
Right.
As I said, you need to do it in the advanced section, increasing it.
Okay. And then take out the base.
So no, right. So deception 2 have that. So deception base of 2. And then any other points you want to spend on it, you can then put it in the advance.
Got it.
Because otherwise, if you put it in the advance at whatever you've spent it on, I wouldn't. Okay, I'd buy some more skills elsewhere, but that's me. Yeah, if you put it, the advance will automatically deduct your XP.
Right.
Where base doesn't. So if you've already got... So when you buy your stuff from your archetype and you've already put 131 points in the archetype, if you put it in the advance, you're paying for the skill again.
All right.
Right. Once you've done that, what do they come under? If you go to adding details, both of you as well, Mason and Oscar.
Pardon, what where?
There.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
you can roll ages, eye colours, hair, height, features.
All right.
And then there's also...
How do you customize your dice?
In the in the cog, go to configure settings.
Okay.
How do I add determination? What determination are we adding?
From background.
So you can go into effects, add under passive effects, hit create effect.
Okay, so I added that way. Yeah.
Label your background under the change. It'll I think determinations all the way down at the bottom says other when you hit the drop down menu, and then add whatever the plus is under the modifier.
And
then hits create. That's how I did my. I got +1 wound for best of the best.
Yeah, I got also +1 wound, so but I added it manually. But I will change that. No wait, that was how many wounds I had. Okay, never mind. This is the way to do it.
Yeah, the box next to your wound should be 0. It should be blank.
Yeah,
if you add anything in there, it gives you a temporary effect of wounded.
Great. And what was the last one? But influence I can add manually, right?
Yeah, you could just click on it and put a number in there.
Okay. There's also I think Marcus needs to do it. Yeah, you need to do some of your like origins, accomplishment and goals.
Yeah.
And objective. And that's I'll find it. Where is it? Is it adding details?
Where do I find age?
Huh?
Age. Where do I find it?
Adding details.
I can roll.
Adding detail. Just scroll down. It should be the first one. Age.
Yeah, but we're on a character sheet.
Notes.
I can't see it, but I must be blind.
Well, there's a big box called notes. On notes.
Yeah, of course. But...
Just put it in there.
Okay.
Okay, adapters as. So, Mason, this is what you can roll off. I'm gonna just show all because I can't bother to do it individually, but that's your stuff.
Okay.
Shit, bound sickness.
Why can't I go into the eye color and hair color? Can't open them. In the adding details. When I press them, nothing happens. It comes up a warning text.
Yeah.
What's it saying?
It says permission to the rollable table sheet is not granted or something like that. You do not have permission.
I need to make this wider. There we go.
Okay. Okay, that's probably why.
Really? I'm only 1.45.
All right.
My character's a midget. Or short person, I mean. I'm gonna reroll that. It's bizarre. That's a bit more realistic.
Anybody wants a giggle? Earlier on, when I was rolling my height and such, I was desperately trying to catch the dice and calculate, add them all up on the screen. I forgot that it added them up in the chat bar.
Bound sickness.
That's awesome.
Gain +1 to max wounds. Accomplishment. Here we go. 3. Stalwart. I resisted the call of chaos at a crucial moment when others could not and emerged unscathed from a brush with the ruinous powers. Gain +1 conviction.
Dope.
It's quite painless.
I'm gonna requisition hand grenades. Just saying.
And go to arcane lore. The warp has revealed a scant few of its mysteries to me. Now you crave a full understanding, seeking knowledge few can grasp, +1 to influence.
I'm also going to have a stubber.
Objective 2.
Common value 2. Stub pistol. Stub cannon.
Ooh, these were funny.
James, where would you like us to put our art that you asked us to find?
Give it to me. Throw it in the Discord.
Okay.
and I'll turn it into a token and other such things. Not that the token roller, I don't think it is. Not that the token module works on this, which is a shame. Unless it's been updated. No. Bollocks.
Plasma grenade. Oh, crap. Value 5. I can't afford that.
Well, you found some art already.
What's that?
Right, cool.
Speed Gonzalez, man.
Fucking crack grenades are value of 4.
Yeah, that's because crack grenades can like break a vehicle, right?
Yeah, crack grenades can break through. Yeah, crack grenades are real deal Holyfield.
Then I want 3.
No, don't buy grenades, buy bombs.
All right, so yeah, grenades are value 2. I can afford those easy. Okay.
Oh shit! Just I'm having difficulties today. Oh yeah, throw it up.
Rarity.
Oh yeah, there you go. Right. Well, just so you know as well, everyone who's in Discord, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner where it's got everyone's name listed, it's got everyone's name listed. If you right-click on it, you can actually change the color of your the player color. You can change that as well, and pick. You like try not to pick all the same color because that'd be weird. But
I chose an atrocious green, so
good. I'm glad.
God damn it! That was what I was gonna do.
Okay, you do green. I'm doing black.
Okay, I was gonna go yellow now, but. There we go. I'm yellow.
Black.
I think I have all of that done. So I need a quote and some personality.
How do I chat as not Godless Polecat, but as my character?
Have you assigned your character?
Yeah. Yeah, he's my assigned character. Yeah.
Oh, you have to click on your token when you get a token.
Ah, okay, cool. No problem. I will search for groovy looking Imperial soldiers.
Okay, I don't think there is any questions. I think it's more like there's 10 questions and it's like where are you from? How were you raised? How did you join your faction? Who are your friends? What are your most significant memories? How did you join your faction? Okay, there is one. How did you join your faction? Were you forced to join the faction you now call family, or did you assume responsibility willingly? Were you born to your duties? Did you join your faction because you were tied to pay your homeworld's dues to the Imperium? Were you cast out from your community? Did you feel some noble or pietous calling? Saw an opportunity to make money, or simply threw in your lot with the group that saved you from annihilation? So yeah, it does sort of ask some questions to do with like the faction that you've joined. So guys, how do you think you got? How did you all come to be working under the Rogue Trader?
So I think I've already alluded that my character has got dropped into a Tyranid swarm basically with his unit, and they stalled like an advance or whatever, and he was the only person from his unit that survived. So I think the Rogue Trader, Varonius probably picked me up, or he was in system or whatever, or I was just basically, he was hauling me back to link back up with the Astra Militarum, basically so I could join another unit. And then all the, you know what I mean? Along that ride, I was kind of hanging out on his ship or whatever in his fleet. And this happened, and, you know, I've just kind of never left his fleet. I'm kind of still trying to get back to the Imperium to join the military, but I've made myself useful, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neil?
I started out probably on a hive world as some mid-ranking administrator until something happened, which has been redacted, and I became redacted as I was whipped off, as I'd experienced things that man was not meant to see, and was forced to join the Inquisition. But it turns out I'm actually quite good at it, having a mean streak a mile wide, and was placed firmly into the Ordo Hereticus, to hunt out heretics and witches and such. The assumption being of my Inquisitor that the Gilead system is going to be absolutely rife with heresy after its long period of isolation. I've been sent as a sort of fact-finding mission to get in there, snuffle around, and say just how not is it bad, but how bad is it? And so Jakel has been given me as a sort of a hound dog to get in the faces of all of these nobles who've been holding their own little fiefdoms whilst it's been isolated from the Imperium, and also the various places that have become they've become a little bit idiosyncratic, haven't they? In their own ways, when they've been cut off and they've sort of forgotten how to do it properly by the book. That's what we're for.
Okay, cool. Mason?
So Nicholas doesn't remember his origin. He was tithed to the Black Ship at a very early age. He has faint memories. He remembers his house burning, his village burning down, but doesn't remember how it all happened. But he was tithed to a Black Ship for being a psyker. And then in the process of him and his training, his tutelage, he's pretty much was at a very young age, probably like around 15, 16 years old. He got some training, and his entire class was destroyed. But he resisted the call of chaos at a crucial moment, and he came out unscathed. So since then, he's been kind of doing his thing, proving his chops amongst the ranks. He's been placed into the Inquisition, but his personal goal is to seek out knowledge, as just expand his grasp of his powers. And so he's looking for more of that to kind of extend his power and see how it can go and push to the threshold and see how far he can go. And he has been placed with Davian in the Inquisition to tag along and kind of just back him up and see what's going on. He wouldn't send this guy out there by himself. So Nicholas is kind of an older guy, and so he's kind of going to play senior on this and kind of just back up Davian and support him.
Cool.
What does Davian think of having a psyker with him?
A sanctioned psyker licensed by the Emperor, is a perfectly legitimate tool to use against the heretic. A sanctioned psyker licensed by the Emperor who wants to go off and do their own thing and learn about new powers and things like that, however, is an open door to chaos and therefore needs to be watched constantly.
You all know what we do to open doors. We slam them shut.
So yes, I'm very happy to have him around because they are very good tools. But if I ever get wind of the fact that he's off trying to open his mind, straight on with the excruciator.
Was that a total recall reference? Open your mind, Quaid.
Cool. Oscar.
Yes. Ivan L412 is a Voidborn. He was born on the ship of Ardea, Rogue Trader Patreon, and has spent his entire life in service. As such, among the clergy of the Mechanicus, he has focused upon the tech of the foul Xeno to aid his Rogue Trader patron, and as such has studied the Forbidden. And his goal is to seek out standard construction templates, STCs, for the Great Mechanicus.
Okay. I don't know how many there are going to be in the Gilead system, but...
You never know.
True. True that. Okay, cool. How many of you come from outside the Gilead system?
Didn't the ship come from outside?
Yeah, like
yeah, so
who came? Who came with like? Who came with? Who came from? You know, with the Rogue Trader, and who didn't?
I did. I'm gonna say that I did because I was hitching a ride. Basically,
I'm pretty sure Neil and I got attached to there. We got placed on there from the Imperium, or from Terra, or from some like Imperium claim planet. Would you agree with that, Neil?
Yeah, we've been sent by the Inquisition, so we are
from either some Imperium claim planet or from Terra itself.
Yeah.
So
okay.
What did you think when you found out that like a lot of the Inquisitors that were cut off in the Gilead system are no longer living?
Clear and present evidence of heresy, obviously, and therefore it's all the more important for us to be there. But we need to be very careful because there's clearly threats around every corner. There's something up in the Gilead system.
And this kind of stuff will be right up Nicholas's alley because it's that challenge. He wants to push the limits while still serving the Imperium. So he's trying to keep his, push it further to the limits while having deviants back as well.
And of course, because it's so dangerous, that's why we pulled in a shock trooper and somebody who was an expert in Xenos technologies, because that's the sort of thing we're going to have to be coming up against.
And he survived, so he's a veteran naturally.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, you want to just start as like we're just part of that retinue, part of the Inquisitor's retinue that you've because all like particularly the Eisenhorn books, like he has like people that work for him. Like it has like a retinue, and this can be like your upcoming Inquisitors, like process of forming the team that's going to be with him for, forever or until they die or whatever.
Forever was a very generous estimation there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that way I don't have to ever drop in to an impossible situation and make last minute solutions to other people's impossible military problems. I could just, at least I know which direction the shit's flying if I hit a shitstorm with you.
That way.
I don't ever have to get dropped into a Tyranid swarm again.
Well, there's not much activity of Tyranids here.
Yeah. That's what the Tyranids would say.
By the way, that's what my guy's going to refer to. Like it's, oh, this is pretty rough. Try getting dropped into a swarm of gene stealers.
That's rough. That's a hard. I'm not even lying to you. That's a hard day.
It's like try getting dropped into. Like nothing's ever gonna compare.
That's like trying to swallow a pine cone.
He's gonna see exactly. He's gonna have like interesting facts, like that the Imperium has been assaulted on all sides from the galaxy by Tyranids. It's quite possibly we're the last galaxy left that's not been overwhelmed by Tyranids. He's gonna be Mr. Humdrum with that type of shit.
I suppose if it's been cut off from the in the sort of, I forgot what it's called, the Chaos Stormy bit, the war, that's it, isn't it? But no, it won't have come across the Tyranid swarm, will it?
Yeah. Yep. That's cool.
Unless there's one, I don't know, implanted in your chest or something like that.
Ugh. Yeah. I've brought it here with me.
If you had been Cadian, Nathan, that'd been super hard, buddy.
Yeah. I can't take my carapace armor off ever, because if I do, then it hatches. It's what's keeping it inside me.
It's just all flat-headed from trying to get out.
Yeah.
Glorious.
So I'm looking for Kasrikin or I'm looking for art for a character, and it's not. I'm just gonna.
The planet broke before you did.
Exactly right. That's why.
There is
go with Australian or something.
There is art for stormtroopers.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you Google search stormtroopers, you'll probably end up with a bunch of people in white armor, right?
Yeah. I've got something cool. I think I've got it. This dude looks hard as nails. Yeah, that's it right there.
Sorry, I'm just doing tokens while I'm at it. What else, guys? What else do you think you should have, or any questions you think should be answered?
How did you get through that field?
They don't know that. I think that should be field. What do you mean?
Across the warp.
I think that's a mystery.
Okay.
There's
lore-wise.
Well, I mean, I know, but do you want me to share?
No, I don't know what it is.
Do you want me to share it, or do you not want to know?
I don't want to know until I read it.
Okay.
Well, it's not in the. It's in the greater. You can find, if you're interested. You can search. It's in the greater lore of the like what's going on with the Gilead system
and the Geller field warp drives and stuff like that.
Well, not really that, but just how that fleet was able to get through, and because on a meta level, like a meta story level, they're, you know what I mean, they're developing the plot.
Yeah.
Let me see if this saved this to the correct spot, and I'll drop it.
Where do I write in the experience cost for wealth?
Just add it under your archetype.
Okay, that's the easiest way. Makes sense.
All right, there you go, James. There's
why
pain.
Are you not working?
And then to acquisition stuff, you.
Yeah, I've got that open. So to requisition war gear, whenever you're in a civilized location, make an influence test to attempt to acquire a piece of war gear. The value of the war gear determines the base difficulty number of the influence test, which is modified by the rarity of the war gear. That's, +1 or whatever for common, uncommon, that type of stuff. To make influence test to obtain war gear, you must have at least one keyword. You must share one keyword with it. Mm-hmm. For every matching keyword beyond the first, you get a +1 bonus die to your influence test. And if you fail the influence test, you may spend wealth to add icons or successes to your result. Each point of wealth you spend earns 1 icon. If you roll a complication on the influence test, you lose 1 wealth. So pretty dope. I'm going to be requisitioning grenades.
So all of the psyker equipment, right? So I have the staff. Might be looking at a force sword, right?
Okay.
And repositioning that when we get there, it's going to probably be nigh impossible because there's no more, like, all of those people are gone, right? They're all dead or gone somewhere.
Who's dead?
You can requisition a force sword.
Okay.
Who's
but
dead?
it's got a value of 6 and it's a rarity of rare.
Who's dead?
You said that all the presence of psychic.
Said all the Inquisitors are dead.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, there we go. All right,
nearly all the Inquisitors are dead, yes, because of the amount of chaos and incursions that happen.
Oh, okay. And then they would have that stuff there because no one's.
Just a pile of it.
There's a pile. I know, like, nobody's using it. It's just a heap of swords in the corner.
Well, if they've been lost to chaos, then they've been taken by probably spoils of war.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think of your Rogue Trader? Or the Rogue?
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, he's a nice enough guy, giving us a ride and all. I don't know. Currently, I don't know. Leave it up to the Inquisitor to be. But I think that we're in good standing with him, and we think he's an okay guy until he gives us a reason not to. You know.
I think that anybody who's, done their duty to bring hundreds of planets in this system back into the Imperial fold that were lost to the Empire, to the Imperium, is a good servant of the Emperor. However, it depends how he handles his affairs from now on. If he decides to try and set himself up as some sort of de facto governor of the system, gets a bit high on his own supply, then we may have to turn our inquisitorial eye on him. But at the minute he's fine.
And Nicholas is going to see suspicion. There's too many questions to be answered. So until there's more questions to be, resolved, the situation's kind of figured out of how things happened. Just kind of got an eye, just a natural eye, just kind of being suspicious of everybody, really.
It's good because you notice real quick that that Sergeant Payne is doing the same thing with you. Suspicion.
For sure.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Do it.
Yeah. All right, James. Do we want to roll to acquire equipment, to requisition equipment next session, or do you want to do that now?
Next session.
Okay, cool.
So I don't even know if you'll be allowed to requisition equipment.
Oh. It says you can do once per. Hold on. Close. Because you could requisition ammo too, because everybody starts with, when you have a weapon, you start with 3 reloads for the weapon.
Yeah.
And then you may make 1 influence stance to acquire war gear each session if you're in a civilized portion. Like you're around, you can't be in the middle of nowhere in a battle and requesting gear, but and you can also, in addition to getting war gear, you can roll for ammo as well to requisition ammunition.
Yeah, we'll do this all next week.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so no extra starting gear except for the ones that are listed.
That's correct.
Yes, good.
Well, I think that's really it, really. I mean, there's, like I said, if you want to do the 10 questions during the week, just to flesh out a character a bit more, please do. This game should potentially be up all the time, so if you need to come on and check something, you can do. And the 10 questions is in add in detail. It's like just a little way down. It says bring your character to life, and there's a bunch of 10 questions. Or I can cut and paste it into Discord, but it will be a big old long fucking post, so it'll probably be multiple posts. And there's also a bunch of tough questions as well.
Okay.
Which is about your internal conflict and shit. and stuff. So yeah, if you want to do that, please do. But other than that, thank you all for making your characters. Next week we will be starting with a bang. I should be better, bit more on it next week, because yeah, I've had a bit of a bad couple of days of lack of sleep, but you know, basically I got up too early and regretted it as it got later in the night. But yeah, it should be fun. I've got to make some maps myself and stuff, so I just need to find some well, I'll try and use what I've got, but I was trying to find some science fiction-y assets to use on Dungeon Draft. I think it's Dungeon Draft, but I couldn't really find any. Yeah, it's Dungeon Draft, yeah. But yeah, let's do some final shout-outs. Mason, you stream, you said. What's your Twitch handle?
It's Mason Voorhees.
Oh, okay. Is it linked on your profile on...
I will check.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, you need to link. You should link your you can customize your profile on Discord to have it linked to your Twitch and stuff.
Okay, I'll add that.
I think
things to do.
Heck yeah.
And really, you should get Twitter as well if you're streaming.
No, I will.
Yeah, so what is your Twitch handle?
It is Mason Voorhees.
Are you in Discord now? Are you on Twitch, I mean?
Yes.
I mean, are you in the channel?
In your channel?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I just popped out. Gotcha. I'm back in. There we go.
Can't see you. Oh, okay. Weird.
Bam. Lots of editing.
Lots of, well, yeah. That's all right.
Lots.
There we go. Nathan?
I've got nothing to shout about. At Godless Polecat, hit me up on Twitter or the Discord if you want to.
Ooh.
Neil?
I remain at Vodka Shock on Twitter, and if you want to read my musings about gaming and such, you can find it on my blog which is omnihedron.co.uk.
Right, cool. Oscar?
No, I don't have anything to do.
No.
It's just like, no.
No.
Cool.
Heresy. Heresy.
Yeah, sorry about this being very short, but it's just how it is. I'd rather have a definitive end to the cat's creation and then just crack on with playing next week. Don't forget to check out my social if you haven't done so already, and join Discord. Follow me on Twitter. I've been a bit more active on Twitter. I trying to get into people's circle. You know, they've been putting all them circle bollocks up, and I'm in literally no one's circle. No one's to tweet me. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to try and like respond. Check out Facebook if you don't use Twitter or whatever, or if you don't use Facebook, then join Discord. And if you're watching this on Twitch, check out the YouTube links and watch on YouTube, because that's where the VODs will remain. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah,
that's it. All of those things.
We answer you.
Yeah, and if you're watching on, and if you're listening to this on Patreon, not Patreon, the podcast, join the Discord as well, or tweet at me or whatever, because it's all on. All the information is on there, so you can respond or give us feedback. Because I haven't got much feedback, and it'd be good to hear some of your thoughts. But anyway, we'll speak to you later. Good night, everyone.
Bye now.